finishers. Remember, Luke Rowe has said he's going to have a go with 20 laps remaining, so they're still thinking about it.
Hey, you want to hit it? You want to go?
Well, he hasn't gone, but other riders have, although they're only just slightly off the front. That's one of the two from Maloya push bikers. And on the front now, it is Luke Rowe having a crack. So Luke Rowe has decided now is the time to ignite the burners and try and distance himself from the rest. But he immediately is being chased down by other strong riders as well. Scott Law, the Australian of Orica Green Edge, is there. He's the national champion for Australia, tucked in there at the back of the three. Also in that group is Phil Trodden of Rigmar Racers, and Andy Tennant of Madison Genesis is coming up to join them. So that will be a quintet that are clear, and that is a very strong composition of riders. You can see already that they are a third of the lap clear, and they're starting to work consistently. So Rowe, true to his boast, has gone away, but he's got to be aware of the strength of the men he's taken with him. Graf there, the German from Maloya push bikers, on the front at the moment, is somebody he will be fully aware of if he comes to the finish. And of course the Australian Scott Law, this is his speciality. Well, he said it would be 20 to go, and he went, and they went inside 20 to go, and the closing stages are now beginning to unfold. But this is looking very, very good for these five riders. There is Tennant, rangy rider, team pursuit specialist, and trying to come across the gap is Mark Stewart in the blue, the Scot. He is the national points race champion, as we see his teammate further back in the peloton. Well, this group is growing, okay, one by one, but it's growing, and I just saw another rider jumping off the front of the peloton, and that looked like the colours of Wim Strottinger, the Dutchman, on the Telegraph All-Stars. But yep, he's made it. Stewart's joined the group now. We've got 6 riders away, and the closing stages are getting very, very near now. They're working well, this 6, and I can't see anybody else managing to pull the group back. And you can see that the distance is growing all the time. And Strottinger, look at that, what a ride by the Dutchman. You can see the front of the breakaway group has got the tail of the peloton in their sights, and Strottinger, who's won a silver medal twice in the World Champs, is coming up to join them. What a ride by him. The question you've got to ask yourself, will he have any strength left to contest the sprint? And the leaders join the back of the peloton to gain the lap. Well, look at Luke Rowe. He's trying to get the crowd pumped up, as much as to say, well, what do you think about that, folks? And I tell you what, the crowd responded. Now then, can Rowe polish this one off with a victory? He's going to be looking for the help from his teammate, and that's Peter Kenyak, the flying Manxman, who's just ahead of him at the moment. He'll be looking to give a lead out to the Welshman Rowe. Now then, Chris Latham is having a go here now. The lone rider fancying his chances, but he surely cannot take a lap on his own and gain the back of the peloton. So they're taking a breather now. I should think so as well, after the pressure that's been applied. But of course, the brace of riders from Sky will be fully aware of the finishing speed of Scott Law and Andreas Graf, the German.
A lead up, but not yet.
Chris Latham, well, there's the gap he's established. It's about 80 metres, and he's still having a crack. He believes he can get this lap back.
Yes, stay with me.
I think the comment there was, stay with me, Peter, stay with me. So he's asking Kenyak to stay with him, and the reason for that is he wants the Manxman to lead him out.
The Aussie isn't. Leave him, it's okay.
I think that comment then from Rowe was the concern about the Australian Scott Law. I mentioned earlier in the commentary, he's the national champion. Look, he's second wheel at the moment, and he must be licking his lips at the development here.
No, not yet, not yet. Stay on me, let it go. No, it's right, it's right.
They're still talking about when they're going to apply the pressure, and Rowe said, not yet, not yet. But the man that's whipping up the pace on the front at the moment is the Welshman, Sam Harrison, and you can see the leading contenders who've gained that lap are just a little bit further behind. There's the Australian on the left of our screen looking down at the two riders from Sky. That's Kenyak and Luke Rowe. We're inside the final 2 laps. Now then, Peter Kenyock out of the saddle, trying to lift the pace even more and try and deny the Australian the victory, but here he goes. Scott Laura's gone. He's already opened a length and a half advantage, and he's pedaling speed here. He's sending him further and further away. That's the shot off the front of Rowe's bike.